Now this, two former NFL cheerleaders who filed discrimination claims against the league have a plan to settle the dispute. They say they'll settle for $1 in exchange for a 4-hour meeting with Commissioner Roger Goodell. Joining us, Bailey Davis. She's one of the cheerleaders who is suing, and her attorney, Sara Blackwell. Ladies, welcome to the program. Good to see you. I would like to start with you, Bailey. What do you think you would actually get out of a long meeting with Goodell if you got the meeting? What would you get out of it?
Well, if I was granted a meeting, it would be me and 3 other girls, NFL cheerleaders representing 3 other teams, and we would each have the chance to tell our story and what we've seen and have the opportunity to talk about the changes that need to be made in order to facilitate a productive meeting and, come to an agreement to where we can have equal and fair rules that are free of discrimination.
Well, Sara, if you got that meeting, would you ask for money at that meeting as compensation for discrimination, for example?
No, the meeting isn't about asking for money. The meeting would be about, the NFL keeps giving a statement to the media that the cheerleaders have the right to a professional environment free of discrimination and harassment, and that is all we're saying as well. I find that we're on the same side, and if we get a chance to come in and meet with them, our goal in this is to give these cheerleaders that are there now and the ones coming in a really great environment that is free of discrimination and harassment. So we would come in with a plan, with ideas, with rules and regulations proposed that we can negotiate back and forth that would only better the cheerleading experience and make it better for the NFL and protect the NFL from future lawsuits from other cheerleaders who are suffering from the same problems.
So, Sara, can you, again to you, Sara, can you just tell me what is the one outstanding rule change that you would like to see?
Well, first of all, the non-fraternization rule. That's players can do anything and everything towards the cheerleaders, where the cheerleaders have to actually leave a restaurant if they're sitting there eating and a player walks in. They're constantly having to look over their shoulder. If they're at a party and a player walks in, and they have to be hyper aware all of the time because they can be immediately terminated if they're in a room where there's a player. So it adds a high level of stress onto the cheerleaders that the players don't have.
Well, Bailey,
so that would be one.
But hold on a second, Bailey, isn't that no fraternization rule, isn't that designed to protect you from the unwanted amorous advances of a football player? I mean,
right, they say it is to protect us from, they call them predators is what they've been described to me as, but that's such a 1920s way of looking, is the woman has to protect ourselves from the football player. I mean, it's 2018. If you're going to have the fraternization rule, have it for, the football players and the cheerleaders, so we're both aware of the rule and the football players aren't trying to talk to us if that's the issue. Don't put it on the woman.
Okay.
Right, and the other thing is that if you were in a business like Home Depot and you told all the women that work there, you can't contact it, and if they contact you, you have to run away or you'll be fired. But all the men can do anything they want to approach you. So if the real reason is to protect them, then you should be concentrating on the person and the people that you're protecting them from. And it's offensive to us and should be to the football players to say that they are such terrible people that we need to hide the cheerleaders from them. I think that's offensive.
Sara, can I just address something which is a little difficult here? A cheerleader, surely, is it's a sexual display to some degree, is it not? I mean, the clothing that a cheerleader wears, the activities on the field, that is a form of sexual display. You want to change that?
No, we don't want to change that at all. In fact, I mean, look at Broadway, look at backup dancers for singers, look at cheerleading in college, look at dance recitals, look at dance teams that are competitive. The sexualization of the NFL cheerleading, it is a professional athletic sport. Putting them in the bikinis and making calendars, that's the NFL doing for the NFL's benefit. And we're not asking to change that. We know that's part of the job, and we know it's a branding. So we're not asking to change that. And so We just think that if you want to use that against them, then you need to understand that A, it goes on in all other fields of professional athleticism, and you can't use that against them by the NFL when we're saying, hey, just because you put them out there to look a certain way, that they don't have the rights to be protected from discrimination and harassment and be treated in a fair way. They deserve the human rights that we have put in place as Americans with the federal and state laws.
The outfit and the choreography is nothing new to dance. College cheerleaders, college dance teams, they wear two pieces. The choreography is the same, so you can't blame what we do or what we wear for how we're treated.
No, look, I think this is a very interesting debate. Bailey Davis, Sara Blackwell, both of you, thank you very much for taking part in it. I'm sure we'll be talking about this for some time to come. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure thing.